Feel me, huh? New York and Philly, huh? The only ones that stood a chance is the ones with the cash advance. Yo, when I tell you that song right there, Road Dogs, Jay-Z on the backstage soundtrack, that was one of my favorite joints. Yo, and actually, this kid who told me listen to this channel, I just found out like if you 26, you definitely don't know that song. You do not know Road Dogs. You don't. There's no way for you to know it at all. Like this, nah, not at all. That's a hidden gem because Jay Z's on a hook. But I liked how like Eve was spitting on that shit. Like yeah, and Emil, even though I didn't really like Emil back then, I like how she did that shit, clutch shit, before I even touch shit with the princess cuts and shit. My nigga, no love for me, haters, you think you can fuck with me. This rap shit's like drugs to me. I like how she spit on that, but I didn't like Emil on all tracks though. But anyway, let me get to this subject at hand. I wanted to go live and tell y'all about this shit, the story time about this. Yo, this black girl that I know, she's been working at my job for about 3 years. She's the one I actually walk with in the morning when I'm telling you guys that I got to meet my coworker to just walk around and stuff. So I work in the underwriting team, and I'm starting my new role on the 30th now. So working in the underwriting team. Now she's been there 3 years, so now she's a quality specialist. So me, I go, if we receive the applications for whether it's a health or a life policy or whatever, we have to go through certain criteria, make sure that we look for certain things. Then we have to send it over, and then she's a part of the quality team, right? So. Y'all know that I had a run in with a white girl, right? Who I told you about that whole situation about being in the office and how she was trying to sabotage me, trying to take like she was trying to just do little funny shit, like taking all the work out of the folder, getting to work like 15, 20 minutes earlier and doing all of that. And when I tell you I thugged that shit out in that meeting, but see, the difference between her meeting and my meeting is this. So, when the white girl tried to play with me and I brung her up in front of the, in front of the white people, I felt like they was trying to cover for her and trying to gaslight me and making it seem like it was my fault. And I said, no, like I stood straight in my tracks. And I told her, I said, listen, I said, if I got to work early like you did intentionally, I would not take all of the work. I would leave work for you. I said, there's no way possible. You're not the only person working on this team. And it's like four of us. So why would you take all the work and have us sitting around till 9 o'clock? Like, huh? 9 o'clock, 9:15, because work it randomly comes in because the agents they send in applications. So it's like we have to run through the applications, make sure if there's any missing details, just do it. If you ever worked in underwriting, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So that was that. We got into the office. They asked her was she intentionally doing it. She said no, and I said right in front of her, of course she's gonna say no. Like, come on, she's in front of the bosses. Why would she say yes? So my situation was a little different, right? Now it's another white girl that work in the office, and she do got some little racist vibes, right? But let me tell you what happened. She just started maybe like, and she wasn't an internal transfer. Like I was already with the company. So she started fresh off the street. But the thing is, she knows our manager, right? Man, they have a relationship and everybody knows it, right? So let me tell you what happened with this black girl. So something happened with the way that she processed the application, and so she came over there, and I don't know, I don't the black girl didn't know that she was my friend pretty much. She didn't know that she was on the phone, and she came over there and she was telling her like, "Hey, I need to speak to you about XYZ," right? You know what this white bitch had the nerve to do? Now I was off the floor, but this white bitch had the nerve to say, why are you coming over to my desk? Like, what the hell do you like? Leave me the hell alone. Let me do my job. She said some shit like that to the black girl. I'm telling you, a lot of white people they don't be respecting us, and especially when we be in positions and shit like that. So she's an analyst. She's a quality analyst for the underwriting for the applications to make sure that everything because everybody gets checked. It's checks and processes across the board for everywhere. We complete the application and make sure, and then we send it over. They make sure that she's a part of the team that makes sure that we do everything. So this white bitch had the nerve to say that. Like, you're not working at no, and you can't even talk to people like that when you work at McDonald's, right? So tell me, so this is what happened on Monday. I didn't even know the extent that she cursed at her, right? She didn't even tell me that until today. Because it just be so much. We be so busy and working on shit. So it's just be like only but so much you can say in a matter of time. So so today, no, yesterday actually, she told me she was like, "Yeah, I'm not playing with these white bitches." She said, "I have a meeting with HR tomorrow," and I said, "About what?" She said about the shit that happened on Monday. She was like, I could say the name because you ain't gonna be able to. There's so many white bitches by the name of Chelsea. She said Chelsea cursed at me, and she was like, do you know that when I was in the office and I was confronting, the situation, she was like, our director was in there of the current department now and the manager, and she said, you know what this bitch did when I told her that she cursed at me? She said she started talking about how everything that Chelsea was doing well, and how she was just approved to, that she's going to be approved to work from home soon because she's doing a good job and X, Y, that. She was like, "What the fuck did that have to do with the subject matter at hand?" She said, "I'm telling you, they played with me." And I told her, I said, "This is exactly what they did to me with that white bitch in the office. But my situation is different because she didn't disrespect me, she didn't curse at me, she didn't do nothing like that, right?" So let me tell you where they messed up at because it's about to go down. My manager, she ain't in. My director, she's not in the office tomorrow. It might hit, but they're gonna address the director first. It's about to trickle down. Oh, shorty who cursed at her and did that, it's about to hit the fan because, like, yo, when I tell you this, right? I love this girl so bad. Like, y'all don't know her, but her name is Jessica. But I love her so bad because she was like, I don't play with these bitches, at all. She was like, I know that they mad that I'm in this position. I don't give a fuck. I'm qualified, and I'm gonna give they ass the fucking business. That bitch cursed at me. I don't. She said, and she asked me today. She said, what would happen to you? What would happen if you cursed at one of your, at a coworker or whatever, right? I said you would be written up or fired. I said, let me give you an example. When I used to work in New York, and I remember I was sitting next to this crazy ass white lady. Well, not wasn't sitting next to her. She was in my pod. And I remember our manager heard her on the phone and she was like giving out benefits to like an IBM person, but she was saying something wrong. So the manager had stepped in and was like, "Hey, Linda, XYZ. Do you know that she told my manager Tracy, leave me the hell alone?" That bitch was bounced up out of there the next day. Bitch got fired from the job by saying, "Leave me the hell alone." I remember her saying when she said that, she was like, "Linda, don't talk to me like that. Like, I don't know who you think you are talking to me like that." Oh, it was silent. Linda came to work the next day. They said, "Linda, we need to speak to you." That bitch was cleaning out her desk within 5 minutes. Got her ass. They packed her ass up and said, "Yeah, it's over." Right. So the girl Jessica at my current job, she was like, "Do you know when I was in there?" She was like, "These white bitches try to play with me." Talking about, she was like, "I'm telling them what she did, and they're trying to tell me how she's doing a good job, this and that." And she said, "If you want to be honest, I'm the fucking quality analyst. She's not doing a good job." But that just goes to show you how these white bitches will cover for each other. And like, yo, you know what's so crazy? She said, let Mia had cursed at her and told her something like that, it would have been a completely different story. Also, let me tell you, this is what's going on too. HR, they about to have, like, when I tell you my department, I'm just happy that I'm moving on and that I'm happy that I'm moving on, point blank, right? But I will tell you this, right? Being that I'm a man, a lot of things don't impact me. But I'm telling you, my director, she got it. It's something with her where she don't like black women. I'm gonna tell you why. They have this rule at my job that you can't wear graphic T-shirts and stuff like that. Tell me why. What do you consider a graphic T-shirt? So the other day when we had to all wear red the other day, they keep picking with this one black girl, and it's like, I don't know if it's because she got hired off the street. I don't know if she negotiated a higher rate or whatever, but she does a really good job, and everybody knows that. But they give her a fucking problem. She came in when we had to wear a red shirt. She had a pink, a shirt from Victoria's Secret pink. They told her she had to change her shirt or she's getting written up, so she had to go across the street to Walmart to get a new fucking shirt. Victoria Pink is not a graphic fucking T-shirt, and it wasn't the one that had the you know what a graphic T-shirt looks like. It didn't even look like that. That's not a graphic T-shirt. I said, yo, I said they low key prejudice, and I be feeling like, and this is how I said it to my friend who's the analyst over the underwriting department. She was dying laughing. She said, "Why you say that?" Because I said that to my son, and she was like, "He thinks I'm so crazy." I said, "Cause they looking at y'all like, yo, these nigger bitches think that they fucking." She said, They be looking at it like I'm gonna shut these nigger bitches down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you know a little something and you know your shit. I'm gonna shut these nigger bitches down. But the thing is that they know, like, the other girl, like, let me tell you something. I think she might be. She's married, but she's already wanting to quit. And I know for a fact that that girl is making almost $30 an hour. She was like, I don't need this shit. My husband, like, I don't need this. She was like, they doing little funny shit to fuck with me. Like, I'm not gonna play this game. But could you imagine, like, being on that level of making, not saying that because you make a certain amount of money that things are going to go away, but these white bitches play games. I think what they be doing is they be trying to do this shit to get their friends up in positions, just like the girl who cursed at my friend. She's a friend of the manager. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, so long story short, my friend Jessica, she brung soon as the girl Chelsea did that, brung her in the office on Monday. Nothing was done. So she asked me today, before she had her HR call, she was like, "What happened?" So I told you the situation. If you curse at your, I mean, I ain't gonna say that Jessica is a leader or anything like that, but she's a quality specialist. She goes over the application. She makes sure that the medications was checked. She it's the checks and balances, right? So I ain't saying that she would get fired, but the girl Chelsea should have been reprimanded. She should have been written up. She should have been written up. I'm sorry, right? That didn't happen. I tell you, this bitch went to HR today, and I think that this might be a little unprofessional, but I'm happy that this happened, right? Our HR, they don't know, but I don't think everybody knows, but our HR is black. It's a black woman, and she has a very good relationship with Jessica because she had certain situations where she had to report our director before for like playing with her, like trying to say like, oh, you didn't do this, or you didn't, the application was missing that girl. When I tell you, she keeps a track record of everything, and when you work with white people, you have to do that. Make her look stupid. Make her look stupid, and she brung her to HR for harassment. So the bitch was playing with her then. And then when she called, when she had the phone call with the HR today, the black lady in HR, she referred her to her manager, and the manager and the black woman, Angela, was on the phone. She said, "I'm tired of them." I'm tired of them. So she reported her. She said that the girl Chelsea cursed at her. The hell, you can't say hell at work, and then there's a white bitch talking to you like that too. What? She said so basically she told them what happened. She said she brought her in the office to let them know what happened so she could be reprimanded. They gave it a slap on the fucking wrist, and they didn't do anything about it. When I tell you Monday that shit is gonna be shooken up, I said, yo, Jessica, I looked at her today before she left. I said, yo, Monday, I said, make sure you take your blood pressure pills because the tension gonna be so thick up in this motherfucker. I said, you know what's so crazy? And then now I noticed after that situation, the white girl, Chelsea, been coming in our area, and she's been being extra nice to her. I said, this bitch don't even know that shit about to hit the fan. I said, she probably thought that shit was over. She's gonna get written up over that now. Now that HR is in the know, see, this is the thing. When you work in a position of being a director and a manager, you're not supposed to do shit like that. You are. I can't think of the word that I was telling her earlier. What the fuck is it? But you're supposed to be unbiased, and it's looking really biased right now. How the fuck you somebody tell you that a person cursing, and then it's like my white director, she makes it be known that we should not even be cursing on the floor at all. Like you should not use any profanity, anything. Like that's terms for corrective action, or you getting written up. This black woman came to you. Why is it because she got a fucking? I don't know what it is about Jessica, but I know that she give it to their ass. Like they be mad. They be sick of her. Like they really do. Because I be feeling like the way that like one of my managers be coming at her, just be doing like odd shit. Like she get her hair done a lot. They be like, so one of the managers like, is that your hair? And she was like, she looked at her like she was stupid. Like, why the fuck you even asking me that shit? Like they mad at her. She got a big fucking rock on her hand. Her husband works for like he's like the head of IT over like Shell or something like that. So she know her shit. So she be like, no, I'm not the like, and I love it. So she like, I'm not about to let no white bitch play with me at all. So she rung the alarm. She called HR. HR had her management on the phone, told them what happened. They said, oh no, something. They was like, they should have handled it. Oh, that's the word I was gonna say. And they're so crazy because when I said it to her, she said HR said it on the phone. Your directors and your manager are supposed to be impartial. How you let this white bitch curse at her on the dance floor, and then she bring it to your attention? And you try to talk about how good she doing, and she knows that she's not doing good. So you trying to protect your own, but you want to harass this black girl for wearing a fucking Victoria's Secret pink. It's an all red pink shirt. I seen her shirt. It just said pink and like some glitter or something. That is not a graphic fucking t-shirt. That's not. And see, that girl's like, she ain't trying to give no issues or nothing like that, but she's just like, I'm just gonna quit. She's like, I don't need this. Like my husband, like I'm good. It feels good to be around people like that because everybody's story is not like that. But like, even with Jessica, I'm not about to let this bitch play with me. So I ain't playing with none of these white bitches at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? At all. And when you in a role like that, you're not supposed to be no fucking director. And if imagine that. And I even felt like, yo, just to kind of relate my story, when I was in there telling them what this white girl was doing, she was in there rolling her eyes, and I was calling her ass out right in front of her. I said, see, I said, you act like that. I said, you mad immature. I said, you know what? And this is what I said. I was just like, you know what? To the other girl who I got into it with, I said, keep your comments to yourself. I said, I don't care about being your friend. I'm here to do a job. Point blank. Ain't no white bitch gonna sit up on the clock and watch movies and watch me do all the work. And so once that had got through the pipeline, that's when she started taking all the work out and trying to make me sit around. What you trying to do? Trying to make them create other tasks for me? Oh no, I shakes the table quick. I don't wait around. And this crazy thing is me and Jessica both are Aquarians. We are both Aquarius. Our birthday is literally a day apart. It's so crazy. We ain't nothing like Megan Thee Stallion, fake ass voice. Yeah, I had to fit that in there. But yeah, like, yo, what is up with the like? Listen, I don't know if you've been through something like that, like, or whatever. And the crazy thing about it is, I don't even know if it would have went that high if the HR lady wasn't black. Like, but I feel like right is right and wrong is wrong. Maybe I hope that it would have went that far, but you can't let somebody violate you. Like, if I come to you and say that somebody cursed at me when I like tried to like coach them or whatever the case may be, she was like, "Get the hell away from my desk." She was like, "What?" Wow. I can't even do my job. Get the hell away from my desk. That gave me that vibe of like when that white lady, when that black lady was teaching that class and that white girl threw that shoe at her. Yo, when I tell you I love Jessica energy because she just like me, we both Aquarians a day apart. She was like, I ain't letting no white bitch play with me at all. And she know that she qualified, to do the job. She got her ducks in a row. She said, I don't think they, and then you know what's so crazy? Both my manager and the director has been distant from her since Monday, but you can't fire her though. She does an amazing job. You can't fire her like at all. You can't. And you know what's so crazy? I be feeling like this. Um, this girl got up into this position. I don't even think she got no experience for real with working with insurance and applications and shit like that. I felt like my manager got her into that job. That's why she fucking up, talking about she's doing a good job and she's gonna be eligible to work from home soon. That bitch ain't doing no good job. Cause listen, I could look in all of our folders and see who's working the most cases. I can see who's working the most applications, who closed the most applications, who had the most errors. You can see that shit because they send it back to you. You got two folders. You can see it. You can see it. And she ain't doing no work like that. So all of that shit got brung up. She said she brung everything up. Like, I'm sick of her hiring her friends coming off the street. That's making my job harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, when I tell you on Monday, the tension is going to be so thick up in that motherfucker. But I was so proud of her that she called HR on their asses. Because that white bitch tried to play with me like that. Like, yo, she really tried to do it. She was just like, the girl who I was getting into it with, she was like, she's going through a lot outside of work. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? I don't give a fuck about that. When you cross that threshold, it's all about work. Like, I don't care about that. And she was like, are you going through things? I was like, I mean, my mother is getting older. She's aging. She was like, well, maybe that's why you're frustrated. No, don't try to fucking gaslight me, you white bitch. Don't try to gaslight me, try to make me seem like, oh, it's okay. It's not. Even when I got my oh, they announced it today too. Everybody in my whole center, like, congratulations, congratulations. You know she ain't send me no congratulations. I don't give a fuck. I don't need it though. I don't need it at all. But yeah, I'm not about to let nobody play with me like that. And the crazy thing about it is, right, where I work at now, it's like it's considered to be like, a little unhinged as far as like the management and the director. But where I'm getting promoted to go is completely different. It's the corporate office. It's completely different. When I went over there and did my interview, I seen how they had wood grain, all of that in the offices. I said, oh shit. Like, and then everybody told me, they said, you're gonna like it so much better. It's so much better. Like, even my supervisor. So I have a manager, director, and a supervisor. So my supervisor, she's black. She messaged me today. She said, congratulations. And she sent me a gift from Get Out. She said, I'm next. Like, she trying to get out of there too. I'm telling you, them white bitches play games. They play too many fucking games. Too many. And I'm just happy that my coworker, she contacted HR. They tried to give this bitch a slap on the wrist and like on some shit like, oh, give her a chance or something. No, bitch. If that was a black girl and she came in there and told you that the black girl cursed at her, you would have probably got her ass fired. But it's some white bitch, it's one of yours. You don't want to go through the fucking channels. Oh no, you need to go through this. And guess what? Now, since you didn't want to do it, you're gonna be forced. And guess what's gonna happen now? Imagine what's going to happen now. Not only is that white bitch getting written up, but the director and the management. And you know what? I looked at Jessica before she left. I said, yo, do you know everybody's going to get now? She said, and I don't give a fuck. I don't care. We got to cross the T's and dot the I's as black people when we out here in the world. Like, getting, especially when you making something like, listen, I don't want to demean nobody. It don't matter if you making $15, $25, or $27. You got to hold your shit down, because it's just like, these people will try to play with you. Not only do they probably don't think that you deserve that shit, but it's like they trying to play with you at the same time, trying to look for flaws in each and everything. Like, they always trying to look for flaws. Always. So, yo, White bitch coming soon. She was over there today, doing something, and she was laughing up in Jessica's face and shit. Jessica was very congenial, talking to her and everything. I said she don't even know what's some shit in the pipeline for that ass. Yup, HR was mad. They was mad. They said what? We didn't hear anything. Oh, she never notified us. Oh yeah, that's the issue. Now the issue is going to get pressed. So you know what they got to do? That first they have to launch the investigation. So this is what's going to happen. They're going to launch the investigation. They're going to reach out to the director on Monday and ask her, did this situation get brought to you? What did you do about it? What did you say? And then if it don't match what Jessica say, then it's going to get bigger. So bitch, you better admit to it because you're going to look like a fucking liar. And you're not going to look like you were being impartial. You're going to look like you were showing favoritism. And guess what the fucking, yo, you know what's so crazy? This is what made me feel good. And I'm happy that I'm leaving this ship too. I'm happy that I'm leaving it. The crazy thing about it is the black lady in HR, like the HR leader, she's black, but her manager is white. You know what the manager asked her? She said, guess what? She said, it's Angela and what's the other lady name? Angela and somebody else. She said, guess what the white lady asked me? She said, what's she said, what's Chelsea's what's her what's her color basically? And she told her she was white. And she said, oh, that's all. That's how she left it, nigga. It's going down. I don't know who you are, and if you're gonna reach this video or not. But don't let nobody play with you at your fucking job like that. If you're gonna fire me, I'm gonna give your ass hell. You just can't be emotional. Like you can't do. And I told because what happened, like after all of that happened. I only knew a tidbit of it. And I remember on Monday, Jessica was like, yeah, I want to go home. And she was just like, she told me if I go home that, I'm not going to be eligible to do my job from home. Like she really tried to, and then that got brought up too. How you going to tell a person just because they want to go home that they're not going to be eligible to work from home? So it's like, that's bullying. That's corporate bullying. And you're not supposed to be in no position. Let me tell you something, right? I love Texas. I don't think I would ever move back to New York, right? Unless it was probably something going on with my mom to a point like that. I would never move. But when I worked in New York, very black and fucking white. You disrespectful, nigga. You disrespectful. You getting fired. You getting written up. It was none of this funny shit. It was none of that. Oh, well, she had a bad day, and do you know that her boyfriend broke up with her over the weekend? And just give her some grace. Stick that shit up your motherfucking ass because if it was a black girl going through that shit, you wouldn't have gave a fuck. Stick that shit up your ass. Don't try to fucking manipulate me and talking about, oh, you are you sure you're not going through something, bitch? Are you going through fucking something? Fuck is your white ass asking me that? You don't give a fuck what I'm going through anyway. You're just trying to say that shit so I don't have to push the issue no more. And I'm happy that Jessica brung they ass up. Yo, I thought that the week was just gonna go on. Yesterday she told me I ain't even I heard her, but I ain't believe it until I say where you was at. She was like speaking to HR. I'm not fucking playing with these white bitches. Oh, I said, yo. She said, yeah, they're going to be mad now because it's coming down from the top. And my whole thing is this, right? When you're in a position like that, again, you're supposed to be impartial. I wouldn't even want HR coming at me like that. Even if that was my friend, I would be like, you know what, little Tina, little Tamara, damn, baby, she said that you cursed at her. So, I have to follow my job. I have to make sure that I'm doing everything because now it's looking like you ain't doing your job right. And guess what? That director has so many multiple complaints already. And I feel a part of me, the human being side, feels bad for her because she did have cancer. And I know she went through radiation treatment. And I know how that messes with your brain. I think did she have chemo or radiation? But if you worked in healthcare a long time like me, chemo and radiation, it can mess with your brain and stuff like that. And one of the things that I wish that she would have done when she was going through her treatment, she was one of those people. She came to work every day. I did commend her for that though. My director, I said, damn, I said you went through a lot of you went through a lot, like with your cancer treatment. And I said I would expect you to use FMLA and just not be in the office. Now, let me tell you this. The flip side of it is that I think that this is really fucked up. I don't know if it's because I'm a man. Is that why I don't get the brunt of it? But them white bitches, they be giving them them white bitches, they be giving the black women fever. They be giving them fever. I don't know why she was bothering her like that. I don't know why she is bothering the other girl like that. If your fucking analyst is telling you, if your quality analyst, the most important role to make sure that applications in our business is flowing, excuse me, business is flowing properly. If your analyst tells you that somebody cursed at her and you didn't do anything about it, and the other person is white and she's black, that looks like a fucking problem. Now you're going to be questioned. You're going to be questioned now. And I don't ever want to look like that. Like I'm telling you, I have a little strategy too when it comes to my new job that I'm gonna start. That phone ain't getting pulled out unless I'm on my break, and it's not even gonna be on the floor. I'm not putting no AirPods in. I'm not doing none of that. I want to completely. What I want to do is grasp my position within the first 30 to I'm giving myself the 30 because it's only going to be certain things she already told me like what's going to be rolled out as far as like different things that I'm going to be handling. But I'm giving myself 30 to 90 days. Of course they say like sometimes it takes 6 months to really get acclimated or whatever, but I'm a fast learner. But I'm not having no phone distractions. I don't want to be seen with no phone. I don't want to be known for being on the phone. I don't want none of that. I want to be known for doing my work. And that's how like I got um that's how I'm always recognized, like not for no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So yo, it's about to go down. Let me read some of these comments before I get out. Yeah, they be so bothered by us. Yes, they do. Hold on a second. They always bothered by us, and we have to work 2 and 3 times harder. Imagine that working 2 and 3 times harder and people getting hired for positions that they're not even qualified for. Could you imagine? Could you? I know right now that there's somebody in this chat right now who probably make $10, $15 an hour. Could you imagine just knowing somebody and they getting you a job making 25, $27 an hour? Could you imagine that? Like, I know that you could use it. I know that you want it. You know what I'm saying? Mad people even said that when they did recommendations for different people who they know who had experience, they couldn't even get in. Like, yo, it's always whitey at that glass ceiling. That's why I'm telling you, one of the best feelings is when I was an entrepreneur full time for those 2 years during the pandemic or whatever. I didn't go back to work till last year, but it was the best feeling not having to be controlled by anybody, not having to check in. But guess what? It's still kind of like that for me because I do such a good job. I'm not micromanaged. Yo, they have a rule in my job right now. And even though I be on my phone and I could do shit or whatever, it's because I've worked so hard but listen, you still can't be so sure of yourself. Even though my position don't start to the 30th, in my mind, I'll be like, they could try to fire me before then. What if they try to do, I don't know. I always be on it. I don't know why. And I feel like sometimes it's draining to have to be like that, but you have to keep your eyes open with these white motherfuckers. You have to. You have to. Cause yo, I could not believe that shit. This girl cursed at her. Now we know that hell is not a fuck you, right? We know that saying the word hell, like leave me the hell alone. But that is not. It is cursing. In a sense, you're not supposed to say that in a professional setting, and especially you a white bitch saying that to a with it because you friends with the fucking manager. No, bitch. Now since the manager didn't follow proper protocol and she didn't follow the do any corrective action, guess what? Now her gangster is on trial. Her gangster's on trial now. And now HR is probably going to be like, damn, how can we trust you in this position if you are not following proper? It's going to get so tight in that department. I'm happy that I'm leaving. Oh my God, I'm happy I'm leaving. Let's see. Same love that for me. First impressions are everything. Exactly. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ashley. Let's see. Tired of these motherfuckers. I'm telling you, it's always something with them. Let me tell you what my boss do my director does every morning, and it's so annoying. You think that she coming around to say good morning. She's coming around to see what you got on. Now, I typically dress. I ain't gonna say that I dress business casual every day. Where like wear like really nice polos or a button up shirt. I only wear t-shirts if I ever do. It's probably like on Friday sometimes, and I don't even do that. Even on Friday, I'd be wearing button ups and shit like that because I just feel like I just want to be ready all the time, and that just And I was thinking to myself, I was like, damn, because one of the supervisors, she said she was leaving, and I remember before my director said I would love for you to be to go into a management like supervisor role, and I'm like, I would not want to be under them. I wouldn't. I'm so happy the team I'm going to now. I clearly know my role already before I'm starting, and all it is to do is to learn, get acclimated, and to make an impact. That's all I need to do, and it's just to be focused and be steady. So I've already asked questions within this new role that I'm going to. I said, like, with the business demands, I said, do you see that this department is going to grow and are we going to need additional people? And she said, yes. And then what that will do is being that, because I'm going to be working right under, I'm going to be working under uh, two people and one person that I'm going to be pretty much like a team with. Like, she's like the head coordinator, and then they're going to need people to supervise and to do different things. So I can't wait. Everything is going to come into place. Everything is just going to get better and better. But I'm just happy that I'm going to be out of that building now, and I'm going over to the corporate building. The one lady who came from over there, because as she got older, she didn't get demoted, but she just wanted something a little easier, and she didn't want like any type of like she didn't really want any like too involved she didn't want a job that required too much involvement. So she came back over to our area, and she kind of like, I don't even really know her role, but I don't know if they created a position for her. But she said, yeah, I used to work over in that building. She said, trust me. She said, baby, they're gonna treat you so much better. She said they buy lunch for y'all all the time over there. I'm not really on that though, because I only really eat what I bring to work. So that doesn't really entice me. But I was like, yeah, because every time they do something nice for us, they buying Little Caesars pizza. Yo, you know my black ass. I'm so ungrateful. My mother always said that, and I noticed that 80s babies going up, we some ungrateful motherfuckers because we know what quality is and we know what it's not. See, certain people settle for shit, but I be like, damn, why every time y'all order pizza for us, y'all getting Little Caesars? It's like, how much thought process did you have to even put into that shit? Little $5 powdered cheese pizza. The fuck out of here. At least when I worked in New York, they used to go to this place called Homestyle Pizza. Oh my God, that shit was so good. That Sicilian pizza with that real Italian sausage, not that bullshit, them bullshit ass processed circles. That shit used to be so good. When I tell you that pizza was so good, I remember me and my coworker, that was so good. We went and got pizza for our families over the weekend. We all used to get our pizzas from there for any party that we have for our families too outside of work. When I used to live in Albany, I would go all the way out there towards the job to even get pizza to bring it back to where I was. It was that serious. I love that pizza. But anyway, I made my point clear. White bitches, come on, stop trying to play these games. Everybody ain't stupid. You ain't working with no dumb niggas. Especially what you thought she was just gonna let that shit go. You was gonna let that bitch curse at her and not reprimand her, not do no corrective action. Now it's gonna come down from the tippy top. The director gonna get it, the manager gonna get it, and Shorty who thought she got away with telling somebody to leave me the hell alone, you getting it too. Next week is going down. And I can't wait. My director thinks she's slick. I don't know if she got some sort of signal today, but she's gonna be out of the office tomorrow. Yeah, it's about to go down, baby. It's about to go down. So let me read some of these comments before I get up out of here. Let me see who's up there. What's up, AAW? Um, this white lady at my job is asked if I quote if she could what if she could make me her slave. See, you must have then followed. Did you even report her? That sounds like some sort of lawsuit, to be honest with you. I can't stand other race women in the workplace for the most part. Some of them is really nice, but I will tell you this. This is what makes it a little confusing, right? The white women at my job, the director and the manager, they respect me. The only time that I had an issue with her with my director is when she tried to like gaslight me, and then when she tried to make it like she was talking loud to me in the office, I said, "You're yelling at me." Like I looked that white bitch right in her face. I said, "You're yelling at me." And I feel like everybody can hear you out there. Yeah, I think I said stop yelling. Or something. I know I confronted it though. Don't fucking play with me. And you know what's so crazy? I'm still, even though that I'm doing pretty good at this job, I still be feeling like I have one foot in and one foot out. Because when she was yelling at me, you know, I wanted to quit so bad, but I've been there over a year now. I'm not giving no white bitch no satisfaction and me not getting no unemployment. You think I'm gonna quit a job? No, you gonna fire me. You gonna fire me. That's what you gonna do. You gonna fire me. Um, they just picking on her. Yeah, but they better get that shit right because listen, unless they do something, unless they get wind of it and they do some sort of they reprimand her tomorrow, but when HR get a hold of that ass, it's gonna be a problem. And guess what? She could take tomorrow off all she want. It's gonna be an email sent over. They addressing it. Yo, that's crazy. The white woman in HR asked my coworker, she said, can you tell me what's the race of what's Chelsea's race? She said white. She said, yeah, it's looking real funny right now. So anyway, y'all, I'm probably gonna go live a little later. I need to go and do the gym. I'm about to get home, make me a little salad, relax for a little while. Last night when I got home, tomorrow's my late day, so last night when I got home, I was like relaxing and shit. I ended up falling asleep. I woke up at like 8 o'clock, so I went to the gym a little later, but my gym stays open late, so it really don't matter. But I came home, got a nap, and I got up and went to the gym. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, you still going? My gym stays open pretty late, so it's like I still can do that. But I'm about to go home and make me a salad. What else do I want to make? Oh, I kind of had. Well, I did have that earlier. I had like some that garlic steak from Chipotle earlier, so I don't need no meat. I was gonna say maybe I'll make me some turkey bacon or something. Throw that in the oven real quick, but I don't really feel like that. If I do that, I'll do it later and just put it kind of in my cabbage. But anyway, let me know what you thought about this. If you do catch this video, don't let nobody play with you at your job. Make sure that you catalog all information. Don't let nobody slip. Make sure that you keep a clear, open communication with fucking HR. Yo, when I tell you this, like, yo, she said the my friend Jessica, she said I want that bitch Jen fired. I want her fired. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was like, to be honest with you, she was like, Chelsea disrespected me. or whatever the case may be. But I want her fired because she didn't do anything. She said this is gonna be my second time having to go to HR, and she said these bitches know that she said these bitches know that I play HR games, and it's crazy that you got to do that to protect yourself. But she said, oh man, she had me dying laughing up in that shit. She said I ain't playing with these white bitches. Yeah. And it makes me feel better knowing that we do got a black person in HR because sometimes you never know who's buddy buddy and who playing these fucking reindeer games. Bottom line, shut the fuck up. And Clay is up in here. White people are racist, and if you don't realize it, yeah, I'm not saying that maybe you don't have any type of, racial expressions in public or whatever the case may be. But just because that's not you, it doesn't mean that it's not true. You understand what I'm saying, Clay? They are racist, especially when they're in position. Can Clay? So can you express this to me? Can you express to me why for this position to work in underwriting, do the research and see what type of skills that you have to work in underwriting. Why are white women being hired that have no experience to work in this field, making etc. errors? You making $25 to $27 an hour. Can you tell me how that's practical? Tell me how that works. You tell me how that works. Tell me how that works. You have no experience, but everybody else who recommends a job to a friend who does have experience, they don't get hired, but the unqualified white women keep getting jobs, making all the errors and making people's job harder. And this is why the white bitch Chelsea was upset because she had to get coached and she's cursed and said, leave me the hell alone. I want to do my job. But you don't even really know how to do your job right. Huh? It's a cushion position. Can't no black person, can't no nigga come off the street and make $25 a fucking hour. 25 to 27 because I don't know what she got. So keep your words to yourself if you don't know what's going on. It's like, it's real talk. It's almost like, yo, even as black people, right? You can be a dark skinned, light skinned, brown skinned black person. If you're a lighter skinned black person, and I might lose some of y'all with this, right? If you're a lighter skinned black person, I'm not saying that you mix with white, you just light skinned, right? If you don't realize that you have privilege over brown skinned, dark skinned black people, then that's another thing that you either you're sleep. You understand what I'm saying? Because there is a privilege within it. There is a privilege. So if you're white and you don't realize, listen, the white people I know that the culture ones, they know what the fuck is going on. They know. They know that white people get away with shit that black people can't get away with. That's why I told you when I worked in New York, it was a very corporate type of setting. That white bitch said, leave me the hell alone or some shit. The one I worked with in New York, that white manager fired her. Why this white bitch ain't get fired? Why she ain't get reprimanded and get a corrective action? It's almost Friday. Why she ain't get reprimanded? Why? Why she ain't get written up? Why? Fuck out of here. If that was a black girl, if that black girl who wore that pink shit, and that's why they be hating on her because she got extensive clothing. Her rock is big as fuck on her hand, and she do her job perfectly. That's why they don't like her ass, and she don't like. And she kind of remind me of me because some people they come to work. I'm not buddy buddy with everybody. I come to work to do a fucking job. If I don't like you, long as I can execute and I'm fully competent in my role and my task, I don't really give a fuck about friendships. I'm here to get a check, point blank, and that's what I love about Jessica. She about that too. Yeah. That's why I keep to myself and just handle business, no drama. Thank you. My light skinned female manager gets a pass. I'm a dark skinned guy, and Lord, I get so much bullshit. Yeah, yep. I feel like light skinned people who don't feel as though that they do have privilege. I think that they are, what's the word when they're not being, maybe they're just not aware of it though. But you definitely do receive privilege. Yeah, I remember when I worked in New York, one of my light skinned homegirls, she was light skinned, but she was a black girl, right? This is why I'm trying to. You have to be able to differentiate. She was light skinned, but she was a black girl, But it was a girl who worked in her office. She was mulatto, and you could clearly see it. Tell me why they used to ask this bitch to be in all of the company videos and promotions and stuff like that, and she would be mad when my coworker would be like, "Oh, girl, you know why they picked you? Because you got the look in X Y Z," and she would be so fucking mad. Like, I don't know why she keeps fucking saying that, bitch. Well, you don't realize what the fuck is going on. Because why ain't nobody else get picked? And the crazy thing about it is, the girl who was my coworker who was saying that to her, she's now a trainer over there. Ain't never been in no fucking video or nothing like that. And she's the hugest, she's one of the biggest impacts to that damn team. You know what I'm saying? She's doing really good right now too. She's a trainer for like all for both the Rochester and the Schenectady offices. So she told me she's doing really good. She's making like over $35 an hour now. And I'm so proud of her because like everybody who I know who I left, like even the people who I met here 7 years ago in Houston, they all doing good financially. They all doing good. Like so that's a good thing. But damn, that's a big ass possum. I hate possums. So when I see them in the middle of the street, I don't feel any compassion for them. So yeah, y'all. So listen, I'm about to get up out of here. Let me see if there's any more comments at the bottom. Anyone that disagree with colorism not existing, 910 benefits from the 910 at 10 benefit from the color of their skin. Argue with your mama. Yes. They try to act oblivious, but they love that shit. Yup. And I ain't even. I'm gonna be honest with you to keep it real. Like I didn't even realize that until I was listening to. No, I did realize it because I know because yeah, you receive certain benefit. Even as a light skinned black Negro, you receive certain benefits from being lighter skin, fair skin. You know what I'm saying? You do, and you would be being disingenuous, or you not woke if you don't realize it. Point fucking blank. Oh man, it's never no parking in the front. I hate these motherfuckers who get off work early. So anyway, y'all be blessed, and I might holla at y'all later. I might or I might not. I'm about to go in the house and make me a nice salad. And oh, I got watermelon. I got a whole watermelon left. I think they flying in the watermelon. I think California is still under watermelon season. It's still watermelon season out there. Cause I'm about to go in the house and fuck some watermelon up. Make me a nice little salad. Put a sprinkle some of this Cracker Barrel. Um, I get this Cracker Barrel cheese. It got like smoked Gouda. I just put like a little sprinkle. That shit take it to another level. Like I love that shit. Anyway, this your boy LaRon, female rapper Lee. I'ma holla at y'all later and peace. Yeah.